Yeah, just. Do you want to move the? Oh my God.
Oh, it's a whole bunch.
There you go.
So cute. So we hatched, basically, we took a week off from filling eBay orders, just like didn't post any auctions, so that we could kind of refill our chickens, because as our chickens get older and older, you know, they'll like slow down in laying and stop laying so much over the course of their life. Okay. Well, so basically what we did is we took a week off from eBay auctions to build up an inventory of all of our different breeds of chicks and eggs, and what we're going to do is grow these out and use it to sort of replenish our laying stock. So we hatched some of everything that we have here on the farm. So we've got Tolbot Polish, Olive Eggers, Black Copper Marans, Wheaten Marans, Wheaten Americanas, Jubilee Orpingtons, Chamois Spitzhaubens, Chamois, and I think that's it. Oh, I'm Samanis, Tolbot Polish. We have a lot of chickens. So as these adult birds get older, you know, they're all like 2 years old, so eventually they'll stop laying so many eggs. So this will sort of be our next generation of laying stock, so that hopefully by like next spring, when it's hatching egg season, these guys will all be laying and ready to roll. So we're gonna raise all of these up. The Olive Eggers all come out this like super cute little gray color. So we're gonna get all these raised up over the rest of the summer and fall and winter, and then hopefully by next spring they'll all be happily laying. There's still a bunch of eggs in here, so we're gonna let those keep cooking a little longer. The other thing that's good about doing this is it's a fertility test, because we sell hatching eggs, so we always want to make sure that our eggs are good and that our roosters are doing their jobs. So it's always good. That way, you know, when somebody contacts us and says, not hatched, we can sort of know like, oh, well, we just had 13 of those eggs in the incubator and all 13 hatched. So.
This is pretty good proof right here that you guys all just saw.
And this incubator has also got a ton of chicks and eggs, because we have all those breeds and we wanted to hatch like another set of them, because also half of these will be roosters, so they'll be worthless.
I'm going to film a quick shot of this incubator as Catherine was referring to it. I think there's actually chicks in there.
So basically when we pack eBay orders, we always have like a number of auctions going at any time, because people can also buy hatching eggs off of our website, or chicks if you are local, but we don't move enough volume off of our website alone, so we use eBay as sort of like a backup to make sure that we're not going to have a bunch of eggs left over, because eggs are, you know, perishable, so we want to sell them kind of as they're coming out.
Not of the chicken. Not as they're coming out of the chicken.
Right out of the chicken into the box. Sending fresh eggs is obviously important, because people are trying to hatch them, and we do want everybody, it's important to us that everybody has a good experience, and of course there's going to be some outliers who we can't control, because they're people who have never had a good experience with anything in their life, and you can't always help those people.
You can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody.
But there's also, just to work off that, there's also people who buy like $10 incubators from like eBay, or not eBay, but like Amazon, and just like they, you know, we have a lot of first time people who don't really know what they're doing. Yeah. And also, like, if you have a poor quality incubator, you're going to end up with a poor quality hatch. And as you just saw, like, we check our fertility rates. You know, we spend the time. We have 1 million chickens out on the porch right now, so.
And overall, people do have a good experience. We have 147 positive reviews and only 4 negative reviews, so those 4 people can suck it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you know, because I did a whole video ranting about that whole thing, but it's also like, you know, for people who we give them their money back,
right,
and then they leave us a bad review, it's like, it's really unfair.
So what the way that we pack eBay orders is, once we have like a set of auctions end, John will go on and check everything that's ended and print out shipping labels for everything. What's the thing that you ship with called?
Well, in eBay, we can go right through eBay and purchase the labels through there, but for our website, PayPal uses a platform called ShipStation, which allows you to print out discounted postage labels, and usually you have to pay extra for ShipStation, but since they have a partnership with PayPal, that's actually free.
So that's a good tip for anyone who wants to get into shipping or selling anything. ShipStation. Not sponsored.
And I think all you need to do is have like a business PayPal account, and you should be able to use ShipStation for free, because we get it's not a huge discount on shipping, but it's enough that makes somewhat of a difference. We sort of break even between our packing materials cost and postage, so it's not like we're making buku bucks off of our discounted shipping rate.
And while John is printing those shipping labels, what I'm doing is cutting up bubble wrap. So we get all of our boxes made and we put bubble wrap in the bottom. And then this is the big bubbles that go in the bottom. And then the little bubbles I cut up into pieces. And each individual egg that I'm going to pack, I'm going to wrap in bubble wrap. I'm going to put in an egg carton, and then we're going to wrap the egg carton in bubble wrap and ship it. So
Smell these scissors.
what do they smell like to you?
Rotten eggs?
Really?
No?
No, not to me.
Okay.
Christmas tree shop is going out of business. Those scissors were $1.
There you go.
So what auctions ended?
Who knows? Alright, so we have assorted purebred chicken 6+, olive egger 12+, Jubilee Orpington 9+, Toll Bunt 6+, Chamois Spitzhauben 9+. And it's funny because previously, when we first started with the Chamois Spitzhaubens, they were doing terribly. Nobody was paying anything for them, and now they're at $29 for 9+ eggs, which is, they've come a long way.
How many Jubilee Orpingtons was it?
9+.
And so whenever we're packing any order, whether it's from our website or Facebook or eBay, we always try to include extra eggs, because whenever you're getting hatching eggs, no matter what, 100% of the eggs aren't going to hatch. People will say, 100% hatch rate. So it's just like...
You're a liar.
You can't have 100% hatch rate 100% of the time. So we always include a couple extra eggs to try to get people closer to... So if they ordered 9 eggs and I send them, say, 12 or 13 or 14, then they end up with, say, 6 chicks. Then they got, basically 2/3 of the eggs that they paid for. They got chicks, which I think everybody should be really happy with. So trying to help people have that good experience that they're looking for. And we always, another thing that John's doing right now is he has this little label maker printer, and he prints stickers that say fragile, hatching eggs or whatever, and then he also prints a sticker that says the person's phone number and to hold the eggs at the post office for pickup. The reason why we do that is because there's this thing called the final mile, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that. The last mile of transport.
It's always the roughest and oftentimes the longest. So when they're moving through huge centers and going on big 18-wheelers, they're making a lot of progress. But when they're on that little rinky-dink truck going house to house to house to house, unless you're at the beginning of the route, it's possible that then your box is going to be bouncing around in the back of an unheated or unair-conditioned truck for 8 hours.
And especially in the middle of summer,
right.
It could be 100 degrees in the back of that truck.
So that's why we mark the eggs hold at the post office for pickup unless people ask us not to.
Right, so this person...
Yeah, one person did ask us not to, and maybe they live far away from the post office or whatever.
Right, yeah, we started doing the hold for pickup as a standard shortly after we started shipping eggs on eBay.
Just because that's what most people want.
Right. We have had I think one person
say, why did you do that?
Right, and we actually had that person who like refused them.
He drove to the post office to pick them up, got upset that they weren't sent to his house, refused the shipment, and then asked for a refund.
Yeah.
We were like, but you were at the post office. And we knew that because the person, the very kind person who worked at the post office, messaged us on Facebook and was like, hey, question about tracking number, da-da-da, can you please call me? And John was like...
I thought it was a scam at first.
So it was how many Jubilee Orpingtons? 9?
9 plus, yeah.
So if I do 14, do you think?
That's a lot.
Too many?
Well, I don't think there's ever too many.
Okay, so I'm going to do 14.
All right, so once Catherine has them all packed up, you can see each one is individually bubble wrapped, and then we leave a gap at the end of the carton here just in case somebody slams on the side here. They're not going to damage any eggs. And then we also include a little thank you card that we put together that has a discount code on there. I guess I'm showing this to all of our YouTube people in case you want to use it. That's fine. Feel free to buy eggs on our website. So we give them a thank you card just in case they want to buy eggs on our website, and then we give them a good old Reading Farm sticker. Then we get some more bubble wrap on top, just like that. Yeah. Oops. Tape it up and it's ready to go.
So these are our olive eggers. We're starting to get the second generation are really laying super nice colored eggs. So this is like a light example. This is a light example of what our first generation of olive eggers are. So these olive eggers, cream leg bar and black Americana, and they were covered by a splash Moran rooster. And then this second generation, how gorgeous is this color? This egg is those chickens covered by a black copper Moran rooster. And so the egg colors really vary. So you can see, well, I mean, I just picked out 3 really dark ones.
Still very dark. Very nice.
But when you get olive eggers, you're going to get a mixture of all the different like shades of green. But how pretty are these eggs? I mean, if you needed some color in your egg basket. Trigger warning.
Yeah, dog bark warning.
And this person was bidding on 12 eggs, so I'm going to send them probably at least 16 eggs. When I ship the 16s, I usually, like John said, I leave these 4 egg holes open, and I do like the middle 8 in each carton.
You can see the chickens out in the back there.
Yeah. So those out there, maybe we'll go take a look at them before we go. Those are, it's some grow-outs. There's actually a lot of Jubilee Orpingtons out there, but then we also got some naked necks, which John said he hates. So
I did not say I hate them.
So everybody please tell John how much you love them and how cute they are.
I think they're great.
But it's basically like a variety of different feather styles out there. So there's going to be some frizzles, some plain feathers. I think we were supposed to, well, like in the options were also some like silky or satins. So we've got a super nice variety. There's definitely some super cute frizzles out there. And when we were doing fewer egg orders, we were also like really looking for like used bubble wrap so that we could be a little bit more environmentally friendly, because obviously this does use a lot of plastic. But at some point we were just like, we were needing such volume, we couldn't continue to find that much secondhand bubble wrap. And I think technically you're also not supposed to use old bubble wrap. Okay, so egg carton in, bubbles protecting. Good to go.
Pepper is unamused.
So these are all the chickens that we have in our grow out pen, which is our back porch. As you can see, they're in that phase of just pure terror whenever they see people, so try not to terrorize them too much. I don't know who said that I didn't like the naked necks. I do like the naked necks, especially that one. Look at that hairdo. Where are you going with that hairdo?